Itaola SoccerBeat lovers, is your boy Lebohang Cheezboy Mokoena, Bafetu, the real cheese cheddar, the real mozzarella. I'm here with Nippy, Slim Cut, Whiskas, and I also have Mark, the professor, and 2 tickets on the board. Now, Mayambela Bafetu, talking Orlando Pirates on SoccerBeat. Pirates has just confirmed and also unveiled the 8 new signings for Orlando Pirates. Bafetu, yeah, no, they've been all over the town today. They've been paraded all over Orlando. You know, they were taken to the history of the club. You know, they were taken to Ntate James Mpanza's house, you know, one of the founders, Ntate Petuele. They also went to Rand Stadium to go view the facility where they'll be training. And also, they were given an opportunity to go meet up with the Orlando Pirates, masters and legends at the Zotwa Khoza Foundation in Diepkloof. You know, I think a great initiative from the club to try and integrate the players and make sure that they get a good feel about the club and get the understanding of the culture and what Orlando Pirates is about. And on that note as well, I would like to also congratulate our very own coach, Mark Mayambela Bafetu, on achieving his A license, Bafetu, UEFA A license. I mean, that's a big deal, Bafetu. Mark, congratulations, my man, on that. As you know, Talking Pirates, we have an A license coach, so please, you must know that, everything is manje clean, manje clean. Yeah, this upcoming season is Yakala.
I'm gonna buy a tactical board, cheese. I'm gonna paste it here. So when I talk now, I'm gonna move. Not noise.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, SoccerBeat lovers, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for those that have hit that red button. Please make sure like, subscribe. Make sure that, guys, we get to that 50,000 mark. Guni initiative 50,000 mark. Please, guys, one friend tell another friend tell another friend, so that we can get to that 50,000 mark, 60,000 mark, whatever numbers you guys can give us. So with the new unveilings, guys, Mark Mfetu, today Pirates unveiled Amachita. They were shown around the club. Sihle Nduli from Steli is one of them. Sipho Mbule is in the nest. Mbutuma, Mashilwane, Moremi, Kwaiba, Ndaba, and Namatela, and also Abdullah Dijalob. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the player from Mali who will also probably be unveiled as soon as his work permit and everything is sorted out. But it is confirmed that he is a Orlando Pirates player. So please stick around. We'll be talking more about what does it take for them to become Orlando Pirates legends and what can they do for the club, and also share some knowledge in terms of what they are going to be expecting at Orlando Pirates. And also later on, we'll be talking about a possible new signing from Orlando Pirates, another famous winger that plays for Bafana Bafana, but we'll get to that as well. And also, we'll be touching base on the latest on Saleng in terms of what does this mean for a player like Saleng. So, Mark, I think before lightning strikes, my friend, playing for Orlando Pirates, like what does this mean? What does this mean for these players? You know, because they have the opportunity now to be paraded around. I think most players that have played for Pirates have never gotten the opportunity to be shown around the club and shown the history of the club and meet officials of the club officially, and also trying to make them feel at home. So, what do you think these players are what's going through their minds right now, you know, seeing all these things and traveling all these places?
I think, Cheese, it's a good initiative by the club. It also shows the club is growing. They're trying to do things better. Maybe it's our press from SoccerBeat. Maybe we are pressing them so much that they want to elevate the standards, which is, I feel that big ups to the club. It's important also for the players to know the history of the club, to know where the club is, to where the club is going, to also understand what it means to play for Orlando Pirates. And most of the players in recent years that it feels like they don't know what it means to play for this club. They don't know what it takes to play for this club. And once now they understand the history of the club and also know what it means and what it takes to play for such a club, I think also from a behavior a behavior point of view, they will get to understand what it means to play at this level, you know. And I'm very much excited. Actually, we've been hard on the club in terms of signings. We've been, because also we want to see the club um, doing great things and achieving great things and winning the championship as well. So I'm excited. There are some nice players in the group. Of course, as in recent weeks, we're also discussing them, and we had to follow up and research. And I'm also excited about Moremi from Amazulu left footer. I've seen him play, and I think there were moments also one or twice where I tweeted about him. I think last season already. He's a top player. He can play on the right. He can play on the left. I'm also anticipating the Mbule and the Nduli combination in midfield, the variety that the club is bringing, and I also see the age the club is bringing in terms of recruiting the players. And you can see all of these players, or most of them, are under 23. Even the player from Mali is 23. And for me, it also speaks to what the club is trying to do and also preparing for the future as well. And also maybe preparing a succession plan for the players that are older, like Abo Makaula, you know, and other players in the group, like Abo Mabasa, to say, can we have players that will take over these players as well? So I think the club sees what we don't see, but also we speak from an emotional point of view, where we want to see the club doing well and wants to see the club closing the gap and even supporting in Sundowns as well. And I'm looking forward to the new season, Cheesy. I won't lie to you, and I can see the energy already. I saw one interview about the coach. We were speaking about it now. He seems like he's a guy with personality. He's a guy with character as well, and I'm hopeful that he's gonna bring out this character in the club, and it's gonna interpret inside the field of play when you watch the team, and to see an exciting team that we will all be proud of.
Moeneeb, what does it mean to play for this badge, my guy? To play for Orlando Pirates?
To play for Orlando Pirates, this is exactly what they've done by taking these players around to all these important places. You know what I'm saying? To play for the badge. This is not just the team that you signed. This is not the jersey you play for. This is a community you play for. And they've taken these players around to all these individuals who have been integral parts of Orlando Pirates, be it founder members, be it seniors.
Yeah.
This is a community, you know. So we're not just coming here to be happy to play for Orlando Pirates. You are representing the brand, yes. You are representing the community. You are representing past players. You are presenting past founder members of this team. So you carry all this baggage with you, you know. So that's why I'm so happy. And like Marcus so well, he's expressed as well that the fact that you're coming to Orlando Pirates and we want to do great things. You know, we don't want to just look pretty in tracksuits. You don't want to just look pretty in kit. No, there's a history behind this team. And that history you're going to need to carry forward and be very dependent on what history you're going to leave with the club. You know, so we welcome these players as well. Open arms. We're very with excitement now, knowing that they are going to be part of the ship. But I have one more question. Have they visited Houghton already? They've gone to all these places. Have they been taking them to Houghton yet? Only the three of us knows. Only the three of us knows what Houghton is. You understand what I'm saying? And that is the difference of when we speak. We speak about informed information, about what happens inside. We know exactly what we're speaking about. You know what I'm saying? The culture of this team, what this team is about. So people can say, yeah, wow. No, we're not speaking from a place of hate. We're not speaking from a place of jealousy. We're speaking of a place of knowledge. Knowledge that we have been inside and knowing what this team needs and what this team is about. And with these players coming in now, that is why we put this pressure on these new signings. That's because we know what is expected here. Don't just come and think to yourself, hey, listen, I'm going to be playing for Orlando Pirates. Aye. That's the first day you've taken your lap of honor now to go and see and meet what it's about. Now the real work starts. Because many have been given this opportunity and many have failed. Many have failed to represent the brand to what it is all about. You know what I'm saying, Cheese? You know what I'm saying, mates? So now is that opportunity. They have the opportunity now to take this mantle and make something of your Orlando Pirates career where people remember you afterwards. Where people remember you afterwards for what you have done to make this brand better. You know, you are a chosen one. You are a chosen one, my friend. You are a chosen one for this brand. And when you get here, to get to where you want to be, work is going to need to be done. And the signings that we have done, oh my goodness. So that is what I'm saying. To play for this brand is not just wearing this t-shirt. This brand, when you look at this brand, that badge is on your heart, my friend. That badge is placed on your heart. It's there for a reason. You must give your heart to this team. Like I remember the first time when the chairman, when I signed my contract there in the office, he told me, now you will play for the national team. And remember, now you belong to the people. And this is what I want to tell them as well. And I'm sure they've been told that as well. You belong to the people now. So how you carry yourself, how you conduct yourself on and off the pitch, it's going to be very, very important, because this is not a small brand. You know, I've been watching the comments on the on the Twitter feeds and all these things, Cheese. And you've got people saying, listen, we've been speaking about Mbule and all these players. And these people have been commenting saying, hey, listen, don't worry. We will check whoever is around. And whoever we find in the wrong place, we are going to move them. We are going to move them. But what I'm saying is these players must know they belong to the people now. This is the people's team, you know. So represented well. We welcome you with open arms, with excitement now. Just thinking of the new players, the new vibe that they're going to be bringing, the new attributes they're going to be bringing to the team. It's all going to be gelling under the Orlando Pirates banner. So we wish them well. We're excited now about them as well. And we're looking forward to what they're going to be producing, the exciting times that they're going to be producing there for the team as well. But knowing that it all starts now. After you've been introduced, everything starts now.
Sure.
Once you get to Houghton, once you've come from Houghton, make sure you pick the right one so that the message will be clear, you know. But we are excited. We are very, very excited.
Molanyana Mkombo today at Houghton, boys, so we can welcome to the team, welcome them nicely to the team, you know. And I think also, Moeneeb, just to add on what you're saying, I think one thing they should know, and this is something that Dr. Khoza has always, said to most of the guys coming to Orlando Pirates, it's about creating history, because Pirates is a historic club, you know, and you're not there just to don the jersey and people know you, but this is a life-changing experience for these players. They don't know it yet, but they will understand it once they wear that jersey and get onto that Orlando stadium and do their thing, and they have the backing of the supporters. They'll see how life becomes for them and also for their families. This is a life-changing moment, my chance. So grab it with all arms. Enjoy every moment at Orlando Pirates. Make sure that you get there and create the history. And creating history is by winning things and making sure that you leave a lasting legacy for the club. Because even, one of the oldest clubs, 1937 Orlando Pirates, Aiza Makepula. It just tells you, even today, we still talk about the late Chipa Moloi, Tebogo Moloi's father, Jomo Sono, Tate Keiza Mutaung as well, was also part of the Orlando Pirates family. So there's a lot, guys, that you guys can achieve. So yeah, grab it by the horns, my chance, So I'll just put it up, and Moeneeb, so we'll clap hands for them at the end of the show. So please hang around.
Yes.
So Moeneeb,
we have to.
The story of now what happens with this boy Saleng now. Look, we have Moremi now. There's that young boy from Baroka as well, left footer. Moremi as well, winger, Nkota. I've seen a situation like this. When things are not sorted out. Like even now, there's still no resolution about the situation of Saleng. So what does this mean for him? Do you think we'll still see Saleng, or this might be the end?
Every season, a new player comes along. Every season, no matter how good you are, no matter how great you are, every season a new footballer comes along. Yes, I know it was a contract dispute that kept him on the sidelines, and obviously the influence that he's got from the side as well. But look now it's causing him problems now, because now we've got new signings and we're looking forward to the signings. What do we remember of Saleng? What do we remember of Saleng is the fact that when we needed him, he wasn't there. When we needed Saleng, he wasn't there, because Saleng was an integral part for us, and he made people who's not involved in the game influence his decision, and that is disappointing for me. Yes, I love Saleng; he's an amazing player. But the new batch has just come along now, and they're gonna need to fill that part now. As much as I'd love to see Saleng, I'm tired of hearing this last season's thing now, man. You know what I'm saying? As either he's going to stay or he's going to move on, period. That's how we are. because we have people waiting on the sidelines, the new signings that we've got there, who's itching to go now. Who's itching to go? Saleng will be an amazing, like he's shown when he was playing. He was an amazing attribute and player that we had in our team. That is what we'd love to have a Saleng there. But a Saleng who's fully focused on being at Orlando Pirates. Because last season was a whole issue where he wasn't there, you know? And then it put a sour taste in my mouth personally. But now I have to look forward. It's a new season now. He wasn't there for half of the season when we needed him. Now we have new ones. He was hungry to take over that mantle from him. And it's going to be a loss for him, you know? Yes, he might move on to better things, but who knows what he could have created here at Orlando Pirates. So the Saleng story for me, personally, as an Orlando Pirates lover, as an Orlando Pirates fan, is dead and buried. It's either he makes the decision, or he goes, or he stays. But I'm looking at those new boys now, who's coming now and thinking they must be thinking to themselves, listen, I hope Saleng doesn't resign because that makes it even closer for me to get into the starting 11. That is how they must be thinking now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how they must be thinking now. And who was the one we signed? We're just going to call him Alhamdulillah until we get to know his name from Mali as well, you know? Yeah. We've signed. Those are hungry players. Hungry players, you know. I'm glad we haven't signed a foreigner from here, from the south. Guys who's used to the soft life. The Malians are hungry, my friend. They are hungry. And that is what type of player we need here. Hungry players, you know. Hungry players. And we welcome him as well, you know. I'm sure he speaks French, but as soon he'll be learning the Zulu as well. The Zulu, the Tswana, the mix. He must get into that, you know. But he must remember why he's coming here as well. Because players tend to forget that the foreigners that come from abroad, they tend to forget why we come in the first place. And that is to make a better living for your family, to make Orlando Pirates better, not to make friends. You know, once they tend to make friends here, then they get in the wrong crowd and we don't see the quality and the potential that the foreigner brings. But we know he's this Malian, he comes here hungry. So we call him Alhamdulillah till we know our name. See, have even forgotten about Saleng. We started with Saleng, and that is how the game works, you know. If you're not involved, people just tend to forget.
I think it gets to that point where I said that Pirates is also still on the radar for Apollos. So the player's name is Apollos. You know, the team is looking into that. They're busy sorting that out. That's happening behind the scenes, guys. And I'm crossing my fingers that it can get through. And I don't know what will that mean for a player like Saleng, or maybe it's also going to be a replacement if ever Relay decides to take the offer overseas and leave the club. So yeah, Mark, your take on this situation, because I mean we've been there as players. You know, when you go through a phase like this, where there's disputes about you at the club, you're no longer playing. I know Orlando Pirates very well. It's very easy for them to actually put you on the sidelines for the rest of your life. It can happen. Okay, and you cannot be blaming anyone else, but you should be blaming yourself, because at the end of the day, you need to put your job first. You have people that have to represent you, but you still have to attend work and do your duties because you're contracted to the club, you know. So I think that forces the club now to really go hard into the market, because I feel like Pirates is hard into the market, and I'm looking at it's mostly a lot of midfielders, number 10s, wingers, you know, fullbacks, and so this is not good news for a player like Saleng. You know, like Moeneeb said, this might be just the time where they just close the door on him, you know, and focus on the new players, because that's where our attention is. We want to see what these new players are bringing, Mark. You know, so what do you think is going through Saleng's mind right now, Mark? You know, as a former player, knowing Orlando Pirates, how they deal with situations like this. How do you think Pirates is going to deal with this situation, with this upcoming season? Would they still want to talk about Saleng? Would they still want to answer things about him?
I choose it's a bizarre situation, Saleng, because I think also it's just a product of mismanaged and or maybe badly advised. Because also when you're a player and you sign a 5-year deal with the club, it means that for the next 5 years, this is what you have agreed with the club. So if there's any issues that you want to discuss contractually, you have to sit down with the club like a proper football player or like a proper professional, you know. And for you to maybe go a wall and fight with the club and all of this, and you have your contract with the club, it starts with, for me, it's disrespect. You know, it's also disrespect to this great institute and also what the club has done for him and what the club took him from to where he is. You know, that's why also I said it last week, is that the problem that you have with players is that they're not humble enough.
No, Bafetu, no. Talking Orlando Pirates, Bafetu, Mark, Moeneeb, thank you so much, guys. Please, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that button, Bafetu, subscribe and Bafetu, subscribe. Please, Bafetu, do the right thing. It's SoccerBeat, it's always love. I will just leave one quick question, Yana, to the fans. Just drop your comments there about the Saleng issue, about the Relo issue, and also please just let us know how you feel about the latest Orlando Pirates signings. And also, one question I want to put out to the fans out there: Do you think Pirates still need another top striker? That's it from us at SoccerBeat. I'm out. Oh yeah, my gents. Siyabonga bafethu.